If we set Netherlands aside for a moment, which team do you think has the most complete squad to lift the trophy in the World Cup 2026?
I remember when I played for PSV Eindhoven, my first period. I think it was like 96, 7. I remember we went one time here in pre-season to play.
World Cup in 2026 in USA, Canada, and Mexico. If we set Netherlands aside for a moment, which team do you think has the most complete squad to lift the trophy in the World Cup 2026?
That's a tough question because I think, they have excellent players and are an excellent team, and probably the moment they're in will decide, especially when you come to the end phase of the World Cup, which team will win it eventually. I think if everything will fall in its place, the Netherlands could be one of the outsiders, maybe to give a go to win it. But for me, Argentina, Brazil, France, Spain, of course. I think the UK is also a good squad, but normally they struggle a bit in the World Cups to enter the final stages. So I'm looking forward to this World Cup because more and more it's getting bigger. So more countries will participate. And I think it makes it more interesting.
Aside from the traditional giants, which country do you prediction will be big dark horse in the World Cup?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I like the intensity of the Japanese style of play. I think they starting to get a mix of be able to go on for 90 minutes in high intensity, but also use more creative individual skilled players. So getting more mixed, and that's in modern football, I think, a very important part of the game. Agility, the speed you need with your technical abilities to win games, to make the difference on the highest level of football. So that could be one of the countries that can be a surprise. I think Mexico also has some very skilled players, a big passion for the game of football. Play in their home country, it's also sometimes an advantage. So I'm very curious how they will perform. I worked with a few of the Mexican players, I think they have also a good team.
Okay. What do you think about Indonesian football and the big fans in the world?
Well, I know that Indonesian football was competing to get in the World Cup. My friend Patrick was trying to help the country to get the qualification. Well, they almost made it in the end. Not so maybe next time. Okay. Sometimes the experience you get as a country in the process to getting qualified will help you next time to make a next step to get even closer. I remember when I played for PSV Eindhoven, my first period. I think it was like 96, 7. I remember we went one time here in pre-season to play.
Precision versus Klub Indonesia?
Yeah, an Indonesian club.
Persib or Persija?
We played a game in Sulawesi.
Sulawesi, Makassar.
And in I think it was here in Java. But it's a long time ago. But I remember when we came, we were quite surprised a bit how big football was here.
Yeah.
So that's the first time I realized it's football is a very important part in Indonesia, and so I'm very pleased to see that the development through all the years now, they're getting better and better, getting closer to qualify for the World Cup, and happy to be here again to experience it.
National team in Indonesia right now in many naturalism in Indonesia and Netherlands. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I saw it and I know it because Patrick also used quite a few players who already play in the Netherlands and in the league, and they play for the national team here. I think it's good because what you try to achieve is get the best players together to perform for Indonesia, and sometimes because of the distance and the lack of time, it's good to continue the process that the experience of the different leagues and different style of football sometimes they have to get together in one team so they can perform at their best. So I think this this process will probably continue and be very helpful for Indonesia. Hopefully, the next time they will make it.
Okay, amin. Barcelona and Real Madrid in semifinal. The world is shocked to see both Madrid and Barca out of the UCL. Do you think the sign the end Spain's dominance in Europe, or what? It's just bad luck?
Well, I think if you're dominance it's a big word, but I think Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid now they always play a big part in the Champions League stages, and normally until the last phase and the last part of the league. But obviously the Premier League también it's a huge league with big teams, great players. So they're also many years at the final stages of the Champions League, and Paris Saint-Germain, they have an excellent, extraordinary team. Bayern Munich this season, I think performing really great. So the difference between the teams who are competing now in the final stage of the Champions League, it's not big. And in many occasions, the experience Real Madrid or Barcelona has, because of competing many times at that level, they can help them reaching the final. But the competition never is sleeping, so they analyze the teams better, and the details decide in the end if you can make it to the semi-final or not. And in this case, red cards, for example, both for Real Madrid and Barcelona twice. It's been of a huge influence on getting to the semi-final, and so it shows that the differences between the big teams in Europe are not so big, and details will determine if you get into the final or not.
Your prediction final and the winner?
For me,
Arsenal.
I would say, for me, it's between Arsenal or Bayern Munich.
Okay.
Because if I see how they play in the moment, for Arsenal should be a huge step, because they're trying to get the trophy they want as in the Premier League. But I think Bayern has a great squad, but also they play as a team on great level. So let's see and wait. I will say Bayern Munich.
Okay. Thank you, Philip.
Okay, my
Thank
pleasure.
you. Thank you.